Hi. Cybersecurity challenges come from every angle, but here are three for you to consider. First, outdated solutions. That's the first challenge you probably will face in your organization, trying to protect these outdated solutions. They haven't been updated for a while. And I mean, when I mean with updated is the solution is old or the infrastructure is old. And having these old software, end-of-life software, or end-of-life operating systems and so forth, bringing that solution into place and trying to protect, isolate, upgrade, it becomes a challenge for the cybersecurity organization. That is your number one challenge. The second is outdated architecture. And sometimes they go hand to hand because an old solution cannot support more agile and more modern architecture because of different reasons, outdated protocols, the unsupported software and what have you. But outdated and old architecture also is a cause of concern and security concern for the organization. Because if your architecture does not maintain with the pace of the business, is also a concern. Because if the business is moving forward, let's say, moving to the cloud or a migrate situation or a co-location situation, and your architecture is not there to support it, that can be a concern. Or you have too many niche solutions across the organization. Having common architecture across becomes very difficult. So having a outdated architecture or one that cannot keep pace with the business is also a security concern for your organization. And lastly, having either outdated, restrictive, or ambiguous security controls on your policy standards and procedures is also a concern, because you might generate several exceptions in your organization, and that is not the exception itself, but the exception highlights a more fundamental problem that you might have in your organization, that your standards either not keep up the pace or they are too restrictive consider the environment you're trying to run. You're too ambitious on your security goals that is written on your standard, and your organization cannot maintain that for different reasons, including that number one, outdated software, outdated solutions that cannot keep up with modern security controls, or ambiguous controls that can be interpreted by the business one way, by the security another way, by IT another way. So everybody reads it, believe they are truly complying with the security controls. And yet, every time you go to do a gap analysis, you understand, well, something is wrong here. So ambiguous, too restrictive, or plain old outdated security controls are also a problem for your organization. So just to recap, the three ones that you should be worrying about: outdated solutions, outdated architecture, and